what is done in the dark will always come to light. So I am old enough now, you guys. I'm old enough now where I 6:30. I'm old enough now to where I am seeing things happen like repeatedly. So you get to this point in your life. So I'm getting close to my 40s now, right? So I'm almost 40. And so I'm since I was 16, I have like vivid memories from when I was like 13 years old. So now I've been in this full cycle where I'm starting to see truths. And you will start to see this too. If you're younger now, you will start to see truths that resonate. And one of the truths that resonate is that what is done in the dark will always come to light. And even more so now, because we are living in an age where like you can run, but you can't hide. Like there's too many cell phones, there's too many cameras, there's too much visibility. And yeah, this was just foolish. So if you've been living under a rock, Astronomer CEO and his HR executive went to a concert. Now he is married. His daughter actually just posted on TikTok. She was like, trying to put my life back together after my dad's affair has gone viral. So this is the CEO. This is the HR person. This is not his wife. And they are hugged up at a Coldplay concert. Now, what happens at a concert? They have all these kiss cams and all this other stuff. And what is done in the dark will always come to light. So we're going to watch this hot mess of an embarrassment and talk about just what I've learned and the scale of things, of which things happen. So let me just make sure my audio's here. And he goes, either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. So that was like one of the singers of Coldplay. He was right. He was right. Now, how do we avoid this? Number one, don't go out in public. But number two, don't have affairs. It's like very, very simple things because this could have been anywhere. This could have been anywhere, but of course it's at a concert and it was online and people saw it. Let's continue watching. So that was the clip. Let's watch this again. So let's talk about what Son of the Dark will come into light. So one thing that I've learned is that this is true. This is a truism that marks across all time. What is done in the dark will always come to light. Now, sometimes God spares us and we'll do it on a small scale. So you'll be exposed to like your friend group, or you'll be exposed maybe at your work, or you'll be exposed maybe at your church. But sometimes you're exposed on a global scale. And here's what I've learned in life. Whenever you're exposed like this, okay, it's usually commensurate with the amount of hiding you've been doing. So I'm not so sure this is his first affair. Because for you to be so brazen, to show up snuggled up, like this has been going on for a long time. Look at that. Just utter embarrassment. This has been going on for a long time. So what I've learned is that sometimes you'll get exposed on a small scale, right? So maybe you lie, maybe you cheat, maybe you steal, you get exposed on a small scale. And so you feel repentant, and then you say, I'm sorry. And then you do it again and you're exposed on a larger scale. But the consequences aren't really that bad, right? So maybe he had an affair with his wife the first time, And she, on his wife the first time, and she said, "Don't ever do this again." He said, "Okay, okay, okay. I love you. I'm going to go to counseling." And it was just a small text message or something, right? And then maybe she caught him again. And he was like, "Oh, but it's my colleague and we're texting all the time and it's about work." And then God said, okay, so you're being stupid here. Okay. And I've warned you a couple times, like you didn't listen. So now I'm going to blow your spot up. Okay. I'm going to blow your entire spot up. So he is the CEO of a company with a wife and children, with one of his coworkers. And this is the entanglement that they're in. And this should be a lesson. I've talked about this before. I talk about this thing that I call like mirrors or projections, right? Where I am always looking out for like, what is God trying to teach the world right now, right? Like, why did this go viral? Why? I mean, people cheat on their spouses every day. They get caught every day. They're even posted on TikTok every day. If you guys are not on TikTok, there's like a whole section of like, I caught my husband, blah, 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 blah. They are caught every single day. But why this, right? I always ask myself, why this? Sometimes I feel like God will put up a group of people in front of us, right? Or an incident in front of us and say, "Hey, this is all y'all's warning. This is all y'all's warning that whatever is done in the dark will come to light." So if you're cheating on your taxes, if you're cheating on your wife, if you're cheating at your job, just know that this could be you. This could be you. And I've said this before. I think that this is an example of that, where this is what can happen when you get so comfortable in your darkness that you don't think that there are consequences. And a lot of times people get really comfortable with money and they don't think that there are consequences for them. They don't think that there are consequences for them. And a lot of people might say, well, the wife knew about it. If she knew about it, this response right here wouldn't have happened. That would not have happened if the wife knew about it. She did not know about it. They are absolutely ashamed. Absolutely ashamed. And I'm telling you guys right now, whenever you see someone on stage, and this is like global, I'm not talking about YouTube viral or Instagram viral or TikTok viral. I'm talking about global stage. Like you are trending on X. There are news articles about it. Just know that it is a warning. It is serving as a warning that this is what can happen. Because he's really a nobody. Like, y'all, to be honest, I don't even know what Astronomer is. I don't know what it is. Right? But what I do know is that this man is foul for what he did. What I do know is that there are millions of men and women in this situation right now who just got their wake-up call. Why would you go to a public concert knowing that there are cameras everywhere? Did you think, oh, we're going to be in a sea of a million people and nobody will see us and everything's going to be fine? Let this serve as a warning. You can run, but you cannot hide. Whatever is done in the dark will come to light. And I'm saying this because I have had this happen in my own life on just like small things, right? Small cutting corners on small things gets exposed in the work. Cutting corners on small things gets exposed in the outcome, right? I'm not even talking about like relational, personal stuff, but just know that this is a principle that spans time, because what I've seen now over time is that what is done in the dark will always come to the light. And you have to be wise enough. You have to take these instances when people are blown up on television, on Twitter, on X, on Instagram. This is God saying, hi, I'd like to remind you that I could do this to you too if you don't repent. Repent. I could do this to you if you don't repent. So I'm actually grateful and thankful for these kinds of things because it reminds me that to stay in integrity, to live in integrity. Because, like I said at the beginning of this clip, there are too many cameras. There are too many people watching unintentionally. Like you heard the guy, what's his name from Coldplay? You heard him. He wasn't trying to be malicious. They were just doing a regular kiss cam. There are too many cameras. There are too many ways to be exposed. And so it's getting harder and harder to live out of integrity. There's too much digital consumption. So you better be careful. You better be careful with whatever you're doing, because if there's something that you don't want people to know, number one, you're probably, it's probably wrong. But number two, it will come out. Somebody will post something and accidentally post a picture. You could be in the background with somebody. They're not even trying to take a photo of you, but someone sees it on TikTok or Facebook and they go, wait a minute, that looks like so-and-so back there. And they start doing a little digging, and pretty soon, whatever you've been trying to hide is public information. So what is done in the dark will always come to light. Now, let's get to the ultimate what is done in the dark is always comes to light. Let's talk about this lady right here. Okay.